Libra. Okay, the balance. Okay, so Jupiter in Aries is in your seventh house of marriage and social networking. So that's where Librans love the best. So it's going to be a very big, very expansive year of relationships, of social kudos, of grace, of just lots of new beginnings. It's going to be a fabulous year for you until May the 16th. And then Jupiter in Taurus is in your eighth house of the occult, of an inheritance, of sex, money, power, control, secrets. So good time to do detective work or research work with Jupiter and Taurus. It's good for making money. Again, you should get money from other people. It's good if you're fundraising or starting a new initial project to raise money. That's very good for you. Saturn in Pisces is in your sixth house of work and health and service from March the 7th. So again, this is very spiritual healing. You might get introduced to spiritual healing or sound healing, vibrational healing, really understanding how your soul and your body are one, that the spiritual is really part of reality and you can't separate that off. It can really, your dream job, dreaming about your health, it's actually seems like a really great year for you. As I mentioned, that October the 14th, that solar 31 degrees of Libra. So if you're born in the last 10 days of Libra, that's going to hit you even more powerfully. Again, unexpected money. Uranus in the 10th house. Unexpected ways to get money, to generate money, working on the internet. Again, your dream job, your health, like really changing all of that, changing the nature of your body. Because Pisces is all about shape shifting. It's all about being a chameleon. So changing your style up, doing things that you wouldn't normally do. Extremely creative, imaginative. Pluto in Aquarius is in your fifth house of love affairs and children and drama. So Pluto is going to go through your fifth house of creativity for the next 20 years. That is extremely powerful because Pluto is your soul. So you're going to have a radical new style, really networking to help people, to work collectively in a really beautiful way. Libra is ruled by Venus. They love beauty. And Venus retrograde in Leo in your 11th house. So again, radical change in terms of the people you hang out with. Again, dating on the internet or just radically reorganizing everything. So, you need to kind of step out of your comfort zone there. Really good for relationships, really good for everything that Libra likes, actually. And again, a job or work where you can give back, where it's more charitable, more compassionate. Also, sixth house is pets. So if you've been wanting to get a pet, you still haven't, that would be a good time to do that. And also just, your health, you're being of service to people. Again, what is your dream job? Doing what you want to do. I think, Libras always have to remember, what do I want? That's their shadow side. That's Jupiter in Aries, helping you to balance out relationships, right? So
I think that Libra would benefit well by speaking more to friends. I think they keep their circle super small. And that has caused them to, I think a lot of Libras maybe have friends in their life that speak the same language of them. When really what would be beneficial at this time for a Libra is someone who's going to challenge them. Mm-hmm. Because the Libra will get the support. If they're nagging and they're being grumpy and they're not happy, they're going to get their bestie to line with them. And that's not going to help them get out of the funk. So what they're going to need is someone who's poking their buttons and Libra to take more time with opposite views. Literally, I guess it's perfect for the Libra.
There is going to be a solar eclipse at the last degree of Aries. So Libra, Aries, they're opposites. I just want to mention that because it's any planet or event at the last degree of a sign is considered karmic. It's considered like the most intense. So for Libras, this can be a big change in what you were just saying, right? And really defining themselves in a new way, with really breaking away in a new way. And also for Aries, if you're born at the last day of Aries or Libra or even Cancer or Capricorn, you're going to really feel this challenge to break away, to break free, to really define your own self in a new way.
I don't think they have really looked at what they want.
Right. Yeah.
And is this a Venus thing? Because Taurus is going through the same thing.
So I think also when Venus is retrograde in Leo, it's going to radically change how they view the world and how they interact with people. And they're always, I don't know, six of one, half a dozen of the other. That's the
Yeah.
nature of a Libra, right? They want everyone to think they're nice. So maybe this is the time when they go, well, I can be a little not nice at this point and just try that out and see what happens. You know what I mean? I don't have to please everybody. They're going to get maybe fed up with, oh, people please till like I'm sick of it up to here. You know what I
Well,
mean?
this is why they have those friends that agree with them with everything they say.
Yeah, at some point they might find that superficial. Like,
Yeah.
how come, and I need a challenge. That's
Yeah.
Jupiter and Aries. I like the challenge.
Yeah.
I like the competition, right? So that's going to really kind of spur them up and give them more energy, I think.
Who's ever caused them heartache, sadness, worry, fear, anything that they're going to point the verbal chastising at the right people. It's not going to just be anybody who gets it. So that's a good thing at least. Okay. Another sign that I see dealing with leadership, authority, and any kind of direction like that. So I see the Emperor in reverse. So it could be father issues, it could be male issues as well, but definitely leadership and authority. So we may find a lot of Libras also beside the Leos on the revolutionary fields when we get out there. Because I think Libra's fed up too. So Libra, Leo, these are going to be strong leaders in the revolution that we saw coming. I do believe that.
Okay. What's interesting, you mentioned like Saturn is the father. So Saturn and Pisces is everybody's going to be dealing with the ghosting of their fathers. And I thought about this, and I went for a walk earlier today going, there's half the population in the US and Canada statistically who grew up without fathers. And that Saturn and Pisces, that's your dad ghosting you, or he wasn't really there emotionally, or there was addictions or denial, his pain or the family pain, or again, the intergenerational traumas. That's something everybody's going to have to deal with.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize this about Taurus and Libra. Because Venus is their sign, they really seriously love deeply. And they're very loyal when they're in love. And they are very hurt when their love fails them in some way. Yeah. So I think Libra is going to recognize how love failed them. And and they've probably been spinning their wheels for a long time. And all I can say is this is going to be a damn good year for you to fix that. Friends that align with you when they shouldn't, and your friends that poke you and challenge you as they should. And all of them are important to you. And this is the Three of Cups. This is telling me lots of gatherings, lots of coming togethers, playfulness, joy, women's circles, men's circles, family circles, weddings. Every engagement you get invited to this year, I say go.
Their hearts are really going to come alive, much more creative, much more self-expressive, much more confident this year. So it's really like quite a revelation. And really, they're going to radically change with their soul nature for the next 20 years.
I agree that they don't often say no to a party, but I think they say yes and then don't show. And it's going to be challenged because, they don't like to say no. You're absolutely right. But that doesn't mean they get up and go. So this is a lover's card. And the lover's card is not just about finding a romantic love, but it's also about finding a love for yourself and a passionate expression for you to have in your life. And I think that this year is going to pull that in for you. And you made mention to it about them finding maybe a job they like. When do you think they'll speak up?
Well, I think up until like May the 16th, when Jupiter in Aries is in their seventh house, because that's like you're on the attack, you're competitive, you're going to fight, you're going to speak up, and you're going to be spontaneous. It's like to hell with it. You know what I mean? I can't deal with this anymore. It's all about me. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of being the doormat. Or
7 energy. By July, if you find yourself being sarcastic or sassy talking or, just a little bit hit below the belt kind of thing, it's time to check in with yourself. Okay? So this is telling me that the Queen of Swords energy in reverse cannot have its way with you. You don't have to be sassy to get your point across.
You know how people, when they first get empowered, they kind of overdo it, and that's Jupiter in Aries. Suddenly you're going to be burning the house down, You're going to go, oh my God, what did I do, right? So it feels like it'll naturally kind of correct itself because Libra is about that kind of balance. You know what I mean?
I'm told to tell you to allow yourself to play, okay? If you're already in a love affair and you're not happy and you haven't been faithful, it's time to work that through and to live more authentically.